They can go to Facebook, Everything DMV Multimedia Inc. Or they can go to Periscope or Twitter. It's on Twitter at Everything DMV Radio and Twitch, Everything DMV Radio.
Oh, bet you on every platform.
Everything DMV Radio. Yeah. Yes, sir.
There you go. I was about to say my connection going. Oh yeah, so we on there. I see.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
Yes, sir. All right, I'm gonna just make sure everything good, and
Plain Sight, you trying to hide?
I mean, I don't know. I ain't necessarily like presentable enough, but it's all good, huh?
He said presentable or nothing.
Yeah, like I'm literally just.
You know, it is what it is, man. Something to the people that's really great. So.
Yeah. Out here, you know, so I'm in the house. I bet.
I ain't even. In all honesty, like I said, I'm actually going to at some point soon run for a position in the House of Representatives or Congress itself. You know, I got that page which is up also, and that's just my name itself. You know, so you know I'm all about helping the people. You know, that's everything to me.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It gotta be, you know, because with the way things going these days, you know, if you ain't got nobody in there looking out for the people, man, they just do whatever they want.
Yeah. Easily manipulated.
I can, you know what's some crazy stuff? I can give you some factual information that is a little bit push my way. You know, it's stuff I can verify, and it's a lot deeper than what people think. It's a lot deeper.
Yes, sir.
This camera weirdly placed. That's why I was like, why am I not center?
Yeah, I fight with the same thing, just trying to, you know, be center.
You know, the problem is, the thing that is me is I don't even think what you look like. But the problem is, you know, people look at images, you know, and try to perceive whether or not this is a valid, you know, or valid information just because of how someone looks, which is you know, kind of crazy. So
appearances is everything. Appearances is everything out here.
I could wear my suit and ties, but you know, I say those for like actual official meetings and stuff of that night.
Real occasions. All right. Oh, so there we okay, bet.
It's your boy. There it is. It's your boy Big Doc. Everything DMV Radio, man. Listen, we live. We in the building. Y'all can hear me?
So just let me know when you want to start.
All right, ready. Let's go. Let's go. It's your boy Bach, Everything DMV Radio, man. We got something real special for y'all today. We are here with Plain Sight and Google. Hidden Black's Law is coming to you ASAP. When I say it's coming to you ASAP, I mean literally the guys have put this all together, and they're gonna really break this thing down for y'all and be able to let y'all know what's going on out here. Hidden Black's Law, overstanding what the law doesn't tell you, what you don't know about the law, man. Without any further ado, let me introduce Google and Plain Sight. What's up, fellas?
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on? So we got our quick disclaimer.
Not to just, kind of, oh yeah, plain sight. That's all you.
Oh, it's me on the disclaimer. Oh, all right. Well, I was just letting you know that this program here is
on the disclaimer. You always know it.
All right. Well, we're here for educational and informational purposes. If you seek counsel in regarding a legal matter, feel free to do so. We would advise that. But if you're looking for some detailed perspective into the legal world, then this is what we're here to provide for you. Yeah. So always seek legal counsel if you see fit. This is just information.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we appreciate you guys. So we have put a link in the descriptions for you guys to go check out after this. We want to let y'all know that every Tuesday at 7 a.m. we're going to be live for you guys talking about these laws, codes, and statutes in the DMV area, how they apply to you and what doesn't apply to you, and how to just get a full over and understanding of these rules and concepts and laws and things that they've put in place. So that's what we're here for.
Yeah. So yeah, Google.
Laws they put in place. That's a funny thing to say that.
So so we had here's the literal title that we had given this little subset, introductory broadcast, which is what is law and how it applies to you. So those are like, we're going to broadly dissect the concept and where it applies to you in your personal life. And I think that's a good segue into Google. I know you got like an introductory story that explains how you were able to walk into knowledge of law on a high level.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
I'm Google, of course. It's the only other person. Way I came about having more perspective and information I know about the law and the legal system, which are two different things, is when I with my wife to a new area, wasn't predominantly people of color. So I had the unfortunate, I guess, experience of interacting with law enforcement on a very regular basis. Through no, just because I happen to look a certain way, and I kept getting suspended and not on that I had just gotten, and I wasn't even notified I was suspended even after I had been numerous times through court or traffic court, whatever you want to call it, simply because of they kept bringing me into court. Like maybe the fifth time I had been suspended for like pretty much a year or something like that is what they said. Mind you, they tell me in any other proceedings that I was suspended. For some reason that one they decided to I ended up not having an opportunity to be with my wife and who was pregnant at the time, almost the whole entire year. So I had to travel back and forth on the weekends. She'd come in and spend time with her while she was pregnant, which is very detrimental to a woman pregnant to be around. He works across or on a different location that is cohesive day. So I only saw her for almost like a whole entire, which to start studying the law and why in the first place. The problem is when I kept getting stopped in the first place, I found out that I was getting stopped for no reason. So kind of push you and kind of pisses you off a lot. And so I became very well versed in the law. I had some actual clients that were Department of Justice, FBI agents, places in the United States government that are I'm not going to really go into. But they pretty much told me that, completely, no America. So here we are today to people that, what you think is law may not actually be law if you've never actually read the law. So that's my story.
Absolutely. All right. So I guess I should drop a little bit about how I came into this higher ability to perceive the legal concepts. And I actually had a gentleman one time just shared with me, like, randomly. So I was just working odd jobs in between university and getting into my teaching career. And one of these customers that used to come in my store actually used to routinely just wrap me up with random conversations. And he dropped a couple names on me. Now, one of them was Carl Lentz. He was like basically just saying, hey, man, we just got chopping it up. And he was like, the legal system ain't what you think it is, blah, blah. I think it was one of those guys, you know how sometimes, I don't know, this happens to me a lot in life, where it'll be like someone calling themselves sympathetic, a Caucasian gentleman who's like, this gentleman of color over here, I don't know, I vibe with where he's at. And I feel inclined to share with him for some reason. I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever, I'll take the benefit of that. So he shared me the name of a guy named Carl Lentz, and because he was basically got into the whole thing about he thinks that black people get an unfair shake in America, and it's a lot of it is due to us generally, not even like Americans in general, not having any real concept of how the law works. And that, of course, Carl Lentz, he was getting into the whole British parliamentary system. And that led me to another gentleman, and you might remember his name off the top of your head. He's got the Cite.
William Thornton.
Yeah, William Thornton. There you go, Bill Thornton. Yeah,
So William Thornton.
Yeah, William Thornton. I'll call him by his full name, sure. And he really broke down like a lot of the processes and how most of the theater that you see in court doesn't really mean anything. A lot of that stuff is already handled and decided via paperwork and other things that really aren't really getting disputed in the courtroom. But you wouldn't know that if you didn't know how to basically present yourself in court.
Man.
Yeah, and that really just blew my mind wide open. And from there, it was just like a long dig through a rabbit hole and seeing that the world, it was like, the Matrix kind of like, whoa, the world ain't what you thought it was at all. You've been living a lie. So yeah, ever since then, me and my bro, we've definitely been chopping it up on these similar matters and finding out, just kind of letting our powers combine on what we are able to dig up in this legal realm.
Wow. That's amazing.
I'll even take it one further. Just so I can get some conversation actually one step further, clear this up. I've taken a point where I actually went to the governor's office and hashed this out with them. So it's not like I'm just doing this off the blue. I've never done anything whatsoever. I have documents with the governors that I filed that is, will give testament to this. So it's not like, like I said, it's not like I'm just some outlandish tinfoil wearing, living like a hut in some kind of like outback nation trying to tell you, hey, the government's bad. It's not.
Yeah, I can personally attest to. I was actually there to witness him handing the documents off to the governor's office, and they've been verified, and they are in the possession of Maryland's government. So I was like, this has been seen through to a high extent. Yeah.
So with the journey that both of you guys have so far taken on dissecting this legal system that they say they have in place, or these laws and codes and rules and all of this that they say they have in place, with you dissecting all of this, what is one of the most common things have you found that is not really applicable to the people? And I know the word people can be used in different ways, in different forms, but what would you give me for that?
You want to field it or shall I?
I'll let you go first.
All right.
Go ahead.
So
You go first.
yeah.
I have my own,
All right.
but you go first.
Got you. No, great branching off point by talking about the term people, because of course what you're going to find there is that everyone thinks that word is a plurality, but people is actually a singular term as well, and at that point it actually denotes a classification, and people don't really tend to understand legal classifications of, like when you talk about royalty and stuff, people think about class in that aspect, but they don't understand that there are classifications, as in like government employees are a certain class, and you can find yourself basically on a bunch of different tiers in that regard. But okay, so the one that I really wanted to chime in on was the idea that most people don't really realize that most of the things being asserted onto them are really commercial and employment related to, like, basically in connection to your relationship to the government. So if you're affiliated with the government, you have a different level of interaction with their precepts and things that they cast down or claim to be fact. So I think people need to understand classification, but I'm gonna let Google chime in from that stance.
If you see me over here, trying to keep us and smiling all the time, is because I talking about, and it's kind of it's comical to me, because I've been in rooms with attorneys, and we were having a discussion. I brought up some law, and he was like, "Yeah," and then I was like, "Well," I told him, "Well, according to law, anything that is law that has never been outlawed is still good law." And he was like, "Yeah, but you know more law than I do." So I just think it's kind of comical, because a lot of attorneys don't actually know law; they just know what they've been told to say in court. They just know how to process paperwork and stuff. So they're pretty much clerks. They're just glorified clerks. But the one thing I found that's crazy is the difference in language, because they have legalese, which is a whole separate different language than English, in American English. Somebody say, they have, when you talk, you think you know what people mean, you think you know what person means, you think you know what citizen means, and all these things. But if you actually were to ask someone, what does a citizen mean, they'd be like, well, that means I'm part of the United States. Well, to know, because if you look it up in a legal dictionary, a law dictionary, what it says is you are a government or subject to a government award of the state. So it's a completely different thing from what you assume it is.
Can I just
when someone tells you, you're a slave, and you be like, I'm not a slave.
Wow.
But if I ask you if you're a citizen, because like what you're saying, like, think about the Constitution. Think about how fundamental it is. I mean, it's literally like outlines how the law is allowed to apply to the American populace. And the term citizen does not introduce itself till the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. So what is all the other language that comes before it even? Who are they speaking to? Who are they designating? And people don't understand it really goes that far.
Wow. So it looks like we're gonna have a lot to cover for the people, man. It looks like we're gonna have a lot to help them, stand on, and to be able to navigate, this matrix or this system that they are imposing on us, and learning how to navigate it in a way that just shows intelligence rather than either brute force or violence, and being able to play their game the way that their game is played. And I think that's going to, be able to help a lot of people to avoid all of these things that they, inject on us and put on us, and be able to function in their society until we can create a better one for the ones that we love most.
I like what you said there. Key emphasis, I just want to say, people not being reactionary. Don't be reactionary.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I was going to say, the key key for me, like I said, I want to eventually run for Congress or the House of Representatives or whatever, because my key is keeping people safe. At being a United States Marine, my duty is to the people and to make sure they are safe. It's not to anybody. It's not to it's only thing is my duty is the Constitution and the people. It's not to any. It's not to any president. It's not congressman. It's not to any system or whatever regulations I put. That has nothing to do with it. My oath is literally written as my job is to the Constitution and to the people. So that's what I buy, and that's what I stand by, and that's what I've always been about, is making sure the people are safe, regardless of what they want to tell you.
Absolutely. That's very powerful. So we have a lot coming to y'all, for y'all. Each and every Tuesday, 7 a.m. Tune in. We're going to have great conversations. We're going to talk about a lot. We're going to cover a lot. And we're going to make sure that we are getting the proper word out to the people that need it most. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. We will be coming with a lot more. Please, follow us. Please share this content, like it, comments, questions, anything you guys have for us. You need some understanding, some clarity, and hear these stories and show you how. Let us show you how these outcomes can be made to be the outcome that you want to achieve.
Yeah. Hey, real quick thing. Can I just point anyone viewing to the pinned comment? Because as I was saying about the title being the law and how it applies to you, that's a literal real world situation where knowledge of the law applied, and Google over here was knowledgeable enough to be able to escape the encounter, with his freedom. So it's a casebook example of what we are getting at here.
All while telling them I don't drive.
Oh man. Yes. Yeah. So real life situations, real talk, and that's what we're here for. Hidden Black's Law on everything DMV Radio with Google and Plain Cite each and every Tuesday at 7 a.m. So we'll see y'all this Tuesday, the 5th at 7 a.m. Thanks for tuning in.